You've been trying to boost your credit score, but you feel like your credit score is just staying at the same amount or is decreasing? Well, in this video, I want to talk about 3 reasons why our credit score is not increasing. Let's get into it. So, y'all, I was taking a look at my credit score and my credit profile, and I'm just like, y'all, I've been trying to increase my credit score, but it seems like here lately, my credit score is just kind of been staying around the same number for the past few months. And I'm just like, dang, I really want to increase my credit score. And you'll have to let me know, what is your ideal credit score? So I'm really trying to get to an 800 credit score. But really, I think that you can use this for, let's say, if you're in the low 600s and you're trying to get to 700, really, you can use this on any scenario. Now, when we're taking a look at our credit profile, we want to take a look at our payment history, our credit utilization, our length of credit, our new credit, and our credit mix. But y'all, I don't really hear a lot of people talking about this. So when we take a look at our credit profile, our statement date is probably the most important piece of our credit score. So the thing is, with our statement date, we want to make sure, and what our creditors is telling the credit bureau is, this is our snapshot at this moment. So on the one hand, it doesn't matter if you didn't have no credit utilization for the whole month, but then on this day, some came up and then you ended up maxing out your credit card, and then boom, they ended up, that was at your statement date, and your creditor reported that to the credit bureau, and then now your credit score has decreased or it's not moving. So we really want to take a look and make sure that what is our statement date, and then how can we make sure at that statement date that we are reporting, in whatever way that we're wanting to. And so the quickest way that we can increase our credit score is always by tackling our credit card utilization. Because y'all, on the one hand, we are $1.2 trillion in credit card debt. And I'm just like, whoa. And so if you are trying to increase your credit score fast, like really in 30 to 45 days, depending on how much credit card utilization you are reporting, you can really see a huge increase in your credit score. I'm saying probably like 30 points or higher, probably really higher than that, depending on how much you're reporting. So let's say you're reporting 90% credit card utilization, and then you took it down to 30%. I'm pretty sure you, in 30 to 45 days, you would be able to see an increase in your credit profile. Because in my opinion, if we can tackle our credit card utilization, really, you can improve your credit score and you can boost your credit score really quickly. And so we always want to make sure that at our statement date, how are we reporting? So one, we want to make sure that we know what our statement date is. Two, we want to, do you want to report 30% or less, or 7% or less, or even less than that? Or you don't want to report anything? Because the experience site is going to say, y'all, I think it's like 6% now. It used to be, if you want to be high achievers, you want to be at 7%. So less than 6 or 7% is going to be a sweet spot. And so I usually always try to report less than that. So you can check out all of your credit cards and then see, where am I reporting? How much, debt do I have? And so then you want to create a plan. So one, you're going to want to create a budget so that you can say, well, how much money do I have compared to how much am I spending and how much I have left over, so that you can create a plan to decrease your credit card debt. Now, the thing is, because see, in the last video, that's what I was saying, like you can be doing the right thing by paying your credit card, but it really just depends on when you're paying it. So if you are letting it report, and then let's say you're just paying the minimum payment of $45, but then it reports that you have 50% or higher credit card utilization, then you're going to be reporting, and then that's going to be the reason why your credit score is not increasing. All our creditors are really trying to determine is, what is the likelihood that we're going to be paying back the debt that we have? So mainly, you really want to take a look to see, how are you making your payments, and see if you're just paying it at the wrong time. so that at the statement date, you can make sure that your creditor is reporting 30% or less on your credit card utilization. If you can decrease your credit card utilization, you will see a increase and you will boost your credit score fast. Now, the second thing is payment history, because our payment history is 35% of our credit. And so, y'all, this is where my credit score is really kind of taking a hit. When I take a look at my credit profile, my credit card utilization is usually going to be 1 or 2, no more than 3%. My length of credit is good. My credit card inquiries are good. I think I only have 1 inquiry on there. And can you believe I haven't applied for any new credit cards in over a year? Y'all, I'm so surprised about that. But the only thing is that I have some late payments on my credit report. And so I am reporting probably 4 late payments, and they're going to be ranging from 30-day and 60-day, and I might even have 190-day late payment on there. That's because I had co-signed on a loan and the loan had got behind, but now we're good. But y'all, ever since I got those late payments on my credit profile, it's just been like a slow increase of my credit score. Now, the one good thing is my credit score is like a 760, 765. But y'all, I'm trying to get to an 800 credit score. But with payment history, if you get a late payment on your credit report, y'all, it's going to take a while. So I'm really thinking that once those fall off, then maybe I can see a better increase in my credit score and possibly I can get to an 800. Now, if I take a look at my Vantage score, my Vantage score is like 793, 795, but my FICO score for Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax is, just like a 760 to a 765. And so that's what I'm trying to increase. Now, the third thing is, let's say you have a thin profile. So let's say you're just new to the credit game and you don't have a lot reporting on your credit report, or let's say that you are rebuilding your credit. And really here, it's going to take a little bit of time. So I would say maybe 3 to 6 months to really see an increase in your credit score, because one, you want to get those good payment histories in your credit report, and you want to be reporting low utilization on your credit report, because it's going to take, a few cycles of those payment histories and your credit utilization reporting low for the creditors to get and see, like, okay, this person looks like they are going to have a good payment history and they're not reporting a lot. But then in this aspect, I would say, really create a strategy of applying for credit cards so that you are not getting a whole lot of inquiries on the credit report, because even though you are trying to, get credit history, when you are applying for the credit cards, then it can decrease your credit score a little bit, but then usually it'll go up within a month or so. Now, the number one thing that we should be doing is we should always be pulling our credit report so that we can see what's reporting, because once we figure that out, then we can really see and create a game plan to increase our credit score. And then also, let's say if you have some things that maybe you need to dispute on your credit report, if you get those disputed, you can see a increase in your credit score within 30 to 45 days once you get that sent over to the credit bureau and let them know, and then they'll research it, and then you can see a increase in your credit score that way. So it's just important that we take a look at our credit report so that we can figure out, what's on there. So let me know in the comments, what is your ideal credit score, and which of these tips are you going to be using to increase your credit score? Well, I hope that this video was helpful. Please like, subscribe, share with a friend, and turn your notification bell on so you'll be notified when new content drops. I thank you so much for watching. Until next time. It's not a game.